Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for me to just sort of get into a list of what's going on April 19th, Record Store Day. Record stores all around the world are going to be carrying exclusive, reissued, important, interesting new releases on vinyl and other mediums as well, but mostly vinyl. And every year I make sure to peruse my way through the release list on Record Store Day. I will link to it down there in the description box and pick out which records interest me the most. Of course, I will not be buying all of these records because I don't have money flowing like a thing that flows out of my butt. So instead I will just probably be buying several or just a few of these records, but still, these are the ones that are of the most interest to me, okay? And the nominees are Anamanaguchi, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. They did the soundtrack for the freaking video game, and this is going to be the first time that it's ever out on some kind of physical medium, I believe. It's definitely the first time that it's out on vinyl, and I think it might be yellow. Don't quote me on that, but it might freaking be yellow. Cage the Elephant, Take It or Leave It. They're going to be putting out a 7-inch for that single as well. David Bowie, 1984. It is the 40th anniversary of that release, so they're going to be doing a special release of that. Christian Death. If you're looking for some dark rock music, you might be interested in researching the band a little bit and possibly picking up the Edward Culver edition, okay, of this record that they're going to be putting out on freaking Record Store Day. And on Record Store Day, there are also these 7-inches where you'll have a band on one side, a band on another side. Sometimes they're exchanging covers and stuff like that. They call it the side-by-side series. And there are a few this year that grabbed my attention. For one, the Sonics and Mudhoney are on one of these things. The Cure and Dinosaur Jr. were on another one of these things. And Devo and Flaming Lips are also on one of these 7-inches as well. Deerhoof is coming out with a split with Ceramic Dog this Record Store Day as well. Also, Husker Du is dropping a 12-inch of Candy Apple Grey. Chuck English has 7-inch series coming out where he collaborates with a series of different artists, among them Chromeo, Chance the Rapper, Action Bronson, and Ab Soul. Also, Joy Division and Ideal for Living. They are going to be, that's going to be having a special edition vinyl out on the 19th. Also, Man Man, the man in the turban with the blue face, whatever the crazy ass title of their first record is that came out on Ace Fu Records. This is actually going to be out on vinyl for the first time. This is the record that got me into Man Man. I'm not really as into the band as I used to be, but I do think this is a really good and fun record. So if you are a hardcore Man Man fan, but you only really love their new stuff and you're yet to get into that debut stuff, this could be an opportunity to, you know, pick up their Inception record. Off is going to be coming out with a 7-inch for the song Learn to Obey. Velvet Underground is going to be coming out with a reissue of the album Loaded. Hank Williams, the Garden Spot Programs EP. If you're an old school country fan, if you love the roots of country, this is going to be a great record to pick up. Also, Link Ray, if you love just really fantastic rockabilly guitar music from back in the day, they're going to be coming out with a release of Slinky and Rendezvous. Also, this is going to be pretty interesting, a 7-inch single of the Frank Zappa song Don't Eat the Yellow Snow. I'm actually pretty interested in that. And Bad Bad Not Good are going to be coming out with a Can't Leave the Night release for that song off their forthcoming LP, BBNG3. So if you're really into Bad Bad Not Good and you want that limited edition vinyl of that record. Also, Cake, vinyl box set, Cake. You know, sometimes here and there when I mention that I like Cake, I do get some shit for liking Cake, and not that I need to buy a box set of Cake's music because I do own most of their records on CD. I do have a soft spot in my heart for Cake, but, you know, if you're looking for a good pop rock band with solid bass lines and clever lyrics to get into, really catchy choruses, and just a touch of horns, because Cake, you know, that's how Cake rolls. Do look that up. Also, Earth Crisis, Gamora's Season Ends. Man, I used to be into Earth Crisis back in the day when I was in high school, and metalcore was huge, and, you know, we were down with that kind of shit. And Earth Crisis is going to be coming out when the Gamora ends re-release. Also, Eric B. and Rakim, paid in full 7-inch, okay? 7-inch of that single, but it's the UK edition of the 7-inch and has this like really crazy elaborate $100 bill cover art, so do look into that. Also, Ghoul is going to be coming out with a record that I believe is mostly instrumental. There's a lot of surf rock influence on it, titled Hang 10. That's going to be pretty nuts. There's going to be cassette releases of some Heat Miser music as well. So if you're huge into Elliott Smith and you want to dive deeper into his discography and his musical past, do look into Heat Miser. These cassettes may be of interest to you. Also, I'm dying to get my hands on a freaking copy of that Liars Mess on a Mission single. I think it's one of the best singles of the year, and to have that crazy ass looking sealed package with the yarn in it and everything, I'm just going to be going nuts to get my hands on that. Okay, One O Tricks Point Never is going to be coming out with a new EP. All right, so if you're into that really crazy abstract electronic music, I know a lot of people loved R+7 and Are Living and Dying by One O Tricks Point Never Sound, so a new EP from him may be of great interest to you. Pharaoh Monch is going to be coming out with a Get Down 7-inch, all right, for the track Get Down. Parquet Courts are going to be coming out with a 7-inch for Sunbathing Animal. Spacemen 3, Translucent Flashbacks 12-inch. Coming out on the 19th as well. And Sun Ra Outer Spacewear 12-inch, if you're looking for some avant experimental progressive jazz from one of the greatest in his day, Sun Ra. All right? And Shoo are going to be coming out with a release for Unclouded Sky. Crosses, if you're into that group that Chino Moreno is in right now, you're going to want to look into these 3 10-inches that they're going to be putting out on Record Store Day. Various colors, elaborate. So, again, if you're hardcore into that project, that may be of interest to you. And LCD Soundsystem's The Long Goodbye, Madison Square Garden record, a recording of, I don't know if it's the entire concert, because I know it was a really long concert, but maybe the entire concert, best tracks from the final performance of LCD Soundsystem before they totally disbanded. And those are my Record Store Day picks for this year. Again, I'm going to leave a link to where you can find this complete list of Record Store Day releases, all right, on the 19th. Also on their website, I believe you can find some participating stores as well. I know there are a lot of people out there, who follow Record Store Day, so I always do this thing, and I follow it as well. So, I mean, whether or not you philosophically believe records are good, bad, record stores, whatever, that's a completely different debate and conversation. I'm interested in this because there's some vinyl coming out that catches my eye. Okay. I love music. I'll listen to it on whatever freaking medium, but there's just that like little smidge of me that is, a collector. Okay. Anthony Fantano, Record Store Day, Forever, Transition. Are you going to be picking up any of these releases for Record Store Day? If so, which ones are you hoping to get? And also, what record store are you going to be going to in the area that you live? Maybe you might put down that record store and put down where you're from, so if other people down there in the comments are also looking to participate in Record Store Day and, pick up some records, they might see where you are and what record store you're going to, and then they can, go down there and get some stuff as well that they might be interested in. Okay, cool. Help each other out, spread the word. I mean, record stores, they typically don't have like a whole ton of money to advertise or anything like that. So, places like this are really heavily reliant on the whole sort of word of mouth thing, so, yeah. All right. So let's, use the comment section for good things right now. All right. Anthony Fantano, records.